Welcome into Lone Pig Football on KSL Sports Rewind as we've got quarterfinal action for you. Coming to you live from Bingham High School as the Lone Pig Knights travel on to take on the Bingham Miners. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Pleased to be joined, as always, by Moose Bingham. Moose, this has been a fantastic playoff matchup. We'll get into that as the game goes on. But two teams, Bingham, new head coaching staff, Lone Pig, a lot of turnover. Boy, we've got a really big key quarterfinal coming up tonight. Yeah, I'm super excited, Dane. Talking to Eric Jones before this game, he said the expectation for Bingham is simple. We're going to Rice-Eccles Stadium. Talking to Coach Brockbank, he says, we have been there before. We want to go there again. We want a Region 4 sweep per usual. So this has got high intensity, great game with two phenomenal programs. We get to see the top kicker in the state, Ian Sanchez, send this ball through the end zone. Should be a fun game, and I'm excited to commentate on it. Lone Peak will be kicking off. Bingham in the home blues will watch this fly into the end zone for the touchback, and we'll get a chance to see that Bingham Miner offense. And you talk about a new offense. How about fourth offensive coordinator in 4 years, Coach Freddie Fernandez, coming down from the black and gold to the blue and white, and he's got an experienced quarterback for the Miners in Dallin Martinez. Dallin Martinez, he's not going to wow you with his arm strength. He is going to wow you with his legs. You've got some phenomenal offensive linemen in front of him. You've got number 62 that Coach Jones highlighted a lot. That is Jojo Puha, the 6'2", 275-pound senior. The Puha name should sound familiar to you. His dad was a coach and a player at Utah. They've got all sorts of dudes, and I like that they're coming out in a 2x2 formation. Yeah, shotgun formation on first down. Martinez looking to run. Oh, met in the hole. Great job there, I think, by Baumgartner coming up and forcing no gain on the play. Yeah, what this Bingham team's going to do is spread you out and then run it down your throat. You love to see it, but this Lone Peak defense won't play around. The guy I highlight usually is number 9, Tyler Denny. Tyler is an absolute dude. He gets things done, and he commands this defense, puts them in the right spots so they can flow the right way. It's been a defense that's been done as a group effort. Martinez here rolling out, eyes down the field, has his man. That caught, first down and more for the Miners. Nate Parker, the senior tight end, taking it up to the 36-yard line. First down, Bingham. The senior tight end, he's got good size. He's 6'3". He can find little ways to get open and help his quarterback, and that's what he did right there. You talk about a Bingham offense, Moose. How about this? This was crazy doing my prep. They've got 3 guys who have ran for 11 touchdowns each. 33 of their 36 rushing touchdowns coming from 3 guys. This is one of them in Sudbury. He's been fantastic this year, 672 yards on the ground. He is the second best back out of the backfield. It is really a rushing trio for the Miner offense this year. Yeah, you're going to get hit with a left hook, a right hook, and then another left hook. You've got Havea Fotu, you've got Sudbury, and then you've got the phenomenal quarterback as well. It'll be 2nd and 8 here for the Miners. Shotgun formation for Martinez again. Looking to give this off. No, he'll keep it. And a nice carry there up to about the 44-yard line on the spot. It'll be 3rd and short here for Bingham. Yeah, this Lone Peak defense, they've gone against the high-power passing attacks of American Fork, of Corner Canyon. Now they've got to get down and dirty with the Bingham Miners, who like to just dig under you and get to the end zone. The Bingham Miners standing in the way of Lone Peak, who's been to 7 straight semifinals. The Lone Peak Knights 7 straight, trying to make it 8 here tonight with a win. Is on 3rd and short. Martinez designed run, looking that left side, and he's got the first down just by inches. It's one of the things Coach Jones said is, Freddie, look, he's going to figure out what defenses are doing and figure out how to counter with that run game, and that time Martinez picking up the first on the ground. Yeah, Freddie's been doing this for a few years, Dane, in case you didn't know. Yeah. Head coach at Roy for what seems like 20 years. Long time. And he was at Northridge. He was at everywhere. Just an absolute stud of a human being. Coach Jones didn't know if he could convince Freddie. And then he got on his knees and he said, please, Freddie, please, I need you, buddy. It certainly provided a lot of help. Coach Jones could not state how much help it has been to have the experience of Freddie here, a part of this Bingham staff, as 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen, designed screen. That caught and taken ahead for a gain of 7. There's Maddox Peck, who's the leading receiver for these Miners, ahead for 7.
Yeah, Maddox Peck, if the Peck name sounds familiar, it should. They could almost rename this school Peck High School.
Yeah.
Peck University. Oh, man.
Of course.
But lots of great Pecks to come through here.
First year beyond Dave Peck for the second time. And Coach Jones, here the new head man, is this thrown out, first down and more, as that was Sudbury taking it across the 40 down to the 36.
Coach Jones was really complimentary of Coach Peck. Sometimes you get to a school and the cupboards are bare. He's like, I walked in here and there were 200 kids on the football team.
Yeah.
I've never had 200 kids in 2 years on my football team. This is amazing. And I said, yes, that's Bingham football for you, brother.
How about this opening drive for Bingham? Nice mix. It's certainly been run heavy, but boy, Moose, the couple times they've called passing plays, they've found good success. And the latest setting up this first down play, Martinez looking, running out of time. They're going to take this up. Gain of just 1. Good recovery there by that Lone Peak defense, as in on the tackle was Kyle West for the Knights.
This Lone Peak defense has gotten better every time I've seen them. They just keep on coming in, and it's just a bunch of nameless, faceless kids. And I don't mean that as a slight to anyone. Don't start hitting up my Twitter mentions. But the flow is so beautiful. You don't have the singular standout that you're usually looking for and you're used to.
Again, trips. They'll run another screen. Sudbury looking for an angle inside the 30 to the 24. First down, Bingham. And that screen to Sudbury right now is working good for the Miners.
So this is what Bingham will do. They'll attack the edges, and then when they lull you to sleep, bam, right down the middle.
And, you know, the thing I love is Sudbury used to seeing him run the football, but, hey, we're going to get the ball to him in space. Let him take it up. Been a good addition here. I shouldn't say addition. Been a nice surprise here on this first drive. Sudbury looking up the left side, turning inside, and stop there for a gain of 3.
Some schools it is an addition. We've called some games where it's like, this kid from here, now this kid from here. That's not how Bingham is. Most of these kids are homegrown.
You know, can I make a statement?
Yes,
First of all, I want to thank Bingham. Great host today. Love talking with Coach Jones. We did not get the coach intro. I'm going to have to DM Coach Jones after this. We're going to have a conversation.
Okay.
Shotgun formation. Martinez can't get outside. Stop behind the line of scrimmage. How about the burst by Nathan Darrington, the senior, coming up with the TFL?
Man, Nathan Darrington. Boom shakalaka. Not the biggest, not the strongest, not the fastest, but my goodness, he might be the grittiest. He might have to wake up in the morning and use a cheese grater coming up.
And here's the thing about this Lone Peak defense. This is a bend but don't break type of defense this year. They haven't forced a lot of turnovers. They've done a really good job of getting stops, and they've got a chance here on 3rd and 10. Martinez stepping up, running out of time, nearly intercepted, but it's caught by Sudbury. Boy, that is just over the outstretched fingers of Quinn. And Sudbury able to gain 3 yards, and now, hey, you've maybe got a field goal situation here for Bingham?
Oh, of course, you got to kick the field goal. But Quinn coming out there, he had the Jason Pierre-Paul situation, just about a fingertip longer, and he would have had it.
Look, we were talking with Coach Jones before, and he said, we got to get to the 20 really to have a shot at a field goal. This is right around that range. It is into the wind here on what will be a 37-yard attempt for the Miners on the game's opening drive. Kick is up, and that is off. No good. Is this kick missed? And Lone Peak will take over at the 20. The defense gets the stop on the opening drive.
That was a really tough situation for the kicker right there. The holder double clutched it. He caught the ball, placed it on the ground, reset it, put it back up. I'm going to give the kicker a little bit of grace right there. But tough situation. At the end of the day, no points on the board, Dane.
And look, for Lone Peak, that's all they care about, right?
Yeah, their defense is ecstatic. They've got Coach Denny over there hooting and hollering. he's taking this game as seriously as anybody out here.
And now we get to see the Lone Peak offense for the first time tonight. And for Lone Peak, it will be welcome. Well, I shouldn't say welcome back. Caden Hodson, he was out for a couple weeks with injury, has been welcomed or has made it back healthy in the playoff run as Lone Peak finding themselves here in the quarters. McChesney on a first down. Sweet McChesney, first down and more. And boy, Crew McChesney, Moose, we're going to call his name a lot tonight.
Crew McChesney, one of the best players in the state. You'll love to hear him. But I like how they're getting the ball in Crew's hands any way possible. They haven't had a ferocious running attack this year. They're like, let's use one of our top 2 receivers in the state and get him back. And they also have Cole Christensen back, who they decided to sit last week, which is a tough call to make. But he's come back. He's going to be playing good. They've got Bateman. They've got their 3-headed monster raring to go again.
They say just a gain of 9, so it's 2nd and 1. And, boy, full steam ahead on the carry here for Anderson. Will pick up the first down here for Lone Peak.
Yeah, Lone Peak. Here's the thing. Bingham, just like Lone Peak, hasn't had a lot of run game experience this year. Bingham hasn't been facing teams that Lone Peak has faced either. They're not going to be used to this passing attack. These cornerbacks better be raring to go.
1st and 10 here for the Knights. We talk about Hodson, young man, completed just under 60% on the year, 1,500 yards through the air. Also ran for nearly 400, and again, missed time. He'll keep it here on first down. And look, this is a young man who was not playing football a year ago, was playing baseball. They brought him in over the course of the summer, and he's gotten better week after week after week.
Yeah, it's so fun to watch him and his progression. After the Timpview game, I was like, oh no, could be a long season. And then it got shorter and shorter and shorter, and now we're into the playoffs. I freaking love it.
2nd and about 8 here for the Knights. Hodson to throw, surveying, looking near side, has a man, caught first down. Cole Christensen up to the 46-yard line.
It's always nice to have Cole Christensen. Not only is he a good guy, not is he only a great receiver, he's a heck of a holder as well.
And that's what really matters.
He does it all.
Come on, right?
Yeah, you love the kid. This is what you love about both these teams. All these kids are great human beings off the field as well as on.
If Ray Finkel had Cole Christensen as his holder, that kick would have been good.
Laces out, just get it through the pipes.
1st and 10 here for the Knights. And again, staying on the ground, here's Brooks Wild, his first carry of the game. He was their leading rusher this year, averaging 5 yards a touch for Brooks Wild. And that's the thing that amazed me when we talk about Lone Peak hasn't been able to run the ball as well this year. The back's still averaging 5 yards a touch.
I love watching. I think it was Dubs Bradshaw right there on the run. The guard pulled. He was looking there, and he's like, there's nobody here. He looks behind him at the running back, and he's like, let's go. Follow me to glory.
How about 2nd and short again here for the Knights? Boy, first down success on this first drive of the game for the Knights. And Hodson here to keep up the middle, first down for Caden.
Oh, man. Caden Hodson was a missing piece for a couple weeks. Talking to Bradshaw before the game, he was like, Moose, we haven't had to play a first-round playoff game in about 7 years.
Yeah.
And he's like, it was actually good for us, getting everyone's legs under them, getting back at it. We've got a lot of continuity, and everyone's getting healthy now, and it's fun to watch.
Boy, and Caden McBride just came running off here for the Miners. Almost looked like he was holding his shoulder. He's down on the sideline. That could be a big note. Hodson looking for the home run, and that just overthrown by 2 yards. But again, McBride not on the field here for this Miner defense. He's their leading tackler.
That is a big, big deal. The other thing right there, you see Crew McChesney flying down the field. Hodson just throws up a prayer for him, and usually those are answered by Crew. They're going to get their timing down, and hopefully we can see some Max Bateman. That's why I come to these games, to watch Max Bateman. Let's get him the rock.
I'm telling you, if there's a bigger fan of Max Bateman, besides his parents, than Moose Bingham, I would like to meet him. You love Max.
I might like him a little more than his parents right now. We've got a Mason Wake sitting out there at 260.
Oh, good carry up that right side. How about flying in to make the stop? Boy, it looked like there was all sorts of space. And next thing you know, Cooper Valencia, the linebacker, comes flying in to make the stop.
I love me some Cooper Valencia. He had a little bit of Fred Warner going through his veins right there.
Yeah.
He was like, I can be a missile too, Fred. Thank you for showing me the way.
3rd and long here for Lone Peak. The longest third down of this first drive for the Knights.
The nice thing is they're in field goal range right now.
Yeah, that is true. They've got to get to the 31 to move the chains. Bingham bringing pressure. Hodson looking, running out of time. Hodson just going to throw this away. Good decision there by the quarterback to save a ton of yardage. It'll be 4th and 7 here for the Knights.
Let's see what they do. Should be the kicker coming out. Should be Ian Sanchez. Let's see. And it is. Good call, Moose.
It's almost like you have some inside information on the kicking situation, Moose.
I licked my finger, put it in the air, and I said the wind is going from the bottom of your screen to the top, and let's see a field goal.
55-yarder here for Ian Sanchez. Kick is up. Boy, it's got the leg. Is it on target? Yes, it is.
Wow!
55-yarder for Ian Sanchez, and Lone Peak takes the 3-0 lead.
Now, I was thinking of my first team All-Utah for the Utah Preps podcast. I thought of putting a lot of kickers in there. It's the year of the kicker, Dane. And Ian Sanchez is definitely my number one guy, just stroking that ball through the 55-yard field goal. That's the difference in the game right now. Wow. And a great hold by Colt Christensen. Way to go, buddy.
We want to remind you, doTERRA is a proud sponsor of Lone Peak football. doTERRA's products help athletes around the world maintain the highest level of health and wellness. Learn more about how you can up your health and wellness game at doTERRA.com. Also want to thank our other sponsors of Lone Peak football here on KSL Sports Rewind. Real Co., your one-stop janitorial stop, and Summit Foot and Ankle. Summit Foot and Ankle wants to empower your peak performance. Foot pain isn't normal. Rise above the pain at summitfootankle.com. All right, so opening shots have been sent. 3-0 Lone Peak, thanks to Ian Sanchez, and we'll see our second drive of the game here for the Miners as this kick a line drive off the bounce, fielded at the goal line, and brought up. Here comes Kyler Davis, right side. Good lane for Davis to the 34-yard line. Good starting field position for the Miners.
Ian's going to want that one back. He drilled it, but he got the ball a little bit fat. Just a little bit. But thank you, Dusty, again for wanting that one back.
Yeah, wanting that one back. Of course, we got a special guest joining us in the second quarter tonight. Luke Hyde.
You can run, but you can't hide because
right?
Luke will be here.
Luke Hyde is going to join us. Can't wait to bring him on. Was, of course, a member of that state championship team for Lone Peak last year. Excited to have Luke join us. He'll be here in quarter number 2. 1st and 10 here for the Miners. And Sudbury nowhere to go. Boy, that Lone Peak defense all over the backfield. Darrington in on the stop, as was Seth Dahl.
Seth Dahl shot that gap like his life depended on it. Wow. You'll love to see it. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to get my glove on because it's so cold. I'm freezing.
It is. Look, it is November. Maybe that's the statement of the night, right? It's November.
Yeah, I'm looking at the foothills and
snow
everywhere.
2nd and long. Here's Sudbury again. Look at Dahl in the backfield. Back-to-back plays where the senior blows it up for this Lone Peak defense.
This defense is dynamite. Someone just lit the fuse and it went kaboom.
It's almost like he had Jiminy Cricket in his ear saying, go get it.
It's a sweep.
It's a run.
It's a sweep. It's a sweep to the field side of the field. Oh, man.
How about 3rd and 20 here for the Miners? Not a situation they love to operate out of. Few do. Martinez. Double pass. Sudbury covered downfield. Hey, we got to give credit here to the secondary of Lone Peak as Jaden Mayberry was having none of it. Recognized the double pass, didn't bite. There was no play downfield, and Bingham will have to punt.
Jaden needs to work on his celebration, though. He just did a little double fist bump.
Well, he's just a sophomore, Moose. He'll grow into that.
Come
right?
on,
Give him some
Jaden.
time.
If his parents are listening, you got to get him in dance class or something.
Hey, you know what? I'm sure they're happy he just stayed home, right?
They're like, be assignment sound, Jaden.
It's better that than having bad film on a 3rd and 20 in film review. This punt takes a Bingham bounce. Fielded Not a lot of room. Good coverage there for Bingham as Christensen brought down immediately. And that'll do it. First quarter comes to a close. 3-0. Lone Peak leading the Bingham Miners. You're watching Lone Peak football on KSL Sports Rewind, only on KSLSports.com.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and Springville.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
We want to thank our sponsors that bring Lone Peak football to you right here on KSL Sports Rewind. D.R. Horton. 2022 D.R. Horton is the state's premier builder of master planned communities, offering amenities like pools, clubhouses, integrated walking trails, sports courts, dog parks, play areas, and much more. With over 300 communities built locally since 1992 and 18 communities now under construction, D.R. Horton is Utah's home builder. Start your new home search today at drhorton.com. 1st and 10 Lone Peak. Second drive of the game. Hodson going to take this and going to lose yardage. Good coverage there by Bingham. And it was Mamalis coming up, the senior, helping to make the stop.
So my new goal this year is to get Max Bateman to New Jersey. I think that Hodson just can't see the 0. He's like, that kid's going to get 0 catches. Give it to Bateman and have him take the hits, Hodson. You're too important at this point, young man.
Well, I was thinking that Max Bateman was a different number. Yeah, he was 21 earlier. They tried a new number to try to help find him, and it still isn't working.
They're like, 0 marks the spot. We're doing X's and O's. Throw it to the O.
Second down. They'll go to the ground. Boy, maybe got a hand on a face mask there. There is a penalty flag. I didn't even see that flag come out.
Yeah, it was really sneaky. He just threw it from the hip. Sometimes you shoot from the hip, sometimes you throw the handkerchief from the hip.
Yeah, we had a rather distinct angle. That would be hard to see from most angles. We had like this narrow window right at it. And the officials may have as well as we wait the call here. There it is.
Oh!
Yeah.
Face mask on the defense, eh? That's usually what the call is.
Usually. Did you not see it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I saw it and I was like, oh, man. It was literally like this anyway.
You see, Dane's friends with every ref in the state.
No, just
not
like 2
so
of them.
Much.
Just like 2 of them.
So
yeah, actually, they called me before they announced. They're like, face mask.
They're like, it's a face mask, Dane.
Second down and 4 here after the penalty. Hodson looking for the out. Boy, good coverage there. Just not a lot of room. And you mentioned it. This Bingham secondary was going to have to play maybe their best game of the year as Bo Hamilton makes a has good coverage there.
Yeah. The nice thing is, for this third down, they may be in field goal range still with Ian Sanchez. The kid's got a leg of a freaking almighty being.
Well, this is slightly into the wind, so,
doesn't matter.
All right. Third down here for Lone Peak. Pistol formation for Hodson. This Bingham students section trying to make some noise on the ground. Wild can't get outside as he's stopped for a loss. And it was Mamalis again coming up to make the tackle for Bingham.
Great play by Bingham, just suffocating the offense. It's fun to see this. And what I love about both of these teams, they have dudes not just in high school. They have dudes not just in college. They have guys in the NFL. It's amazing to see. Linebackers for the Saints, for the Patriots, and Harvey Longy, Chase Hansen. They've got dudes everywhere. So these are both very proud programs.
Boy, that punt mishandled. Gotten away, but a lot of verticality, not a lot of depth, Moose. Gonna die right at midfield.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite my tongue here and say he's gonna want that one back for sure.
Thanks, Dusty.
Earlier in my career, I was a little more outspoken.
That would not have been, yeah, you would have had more descriptive words.
I would have much more descriptive words,
Yeah.
but Dusty has helped me out here, letting me know that I cannot be a special teams coach up here in the booth.
Again, we want to remind you Lone Peak Football is brought to you by Ames Construction, working in harmony with nature and instilling true confidence, delivering success. Also, ROI Solutions, a professional call center with solutions at prices you can afford. First down for Bingham. Again, they're looking sweet. Near side, and boy, sturdy run there. How about the carry by Fui, the senior, picking up 9.
Looks like we've got a kid down on the field. Bingham saying, we know where you're at. You're going to be okay. We've had to run against these guys too.
Look, and I love, hey, all right, the last drive we tried to use some quickness. They brought a lot of size from the linebacker. All right, we'll bring our size, right? We'll go train for train at you.
There's some absolute dudes on this Bingham offensive line, and they're young too.
Second and short, Martinez. Rolling, trying to buy time, running out of it, and just gets rid of this. The nearest target there was Parker. Bring him 3rd and 1.
Do you know who one of my favorite players on this whole Bingham team is?
Go for it.
It's Nicholas Hadlock. 72, the sophomore left tackle, has been absolutely dominant all year long. He looks athletic. He's fun to watch. That's a kid that's going to end up with D1 offers when everything's said and done. He was on my first team all underclassmen.
Wow.
And I love watching that kid.
I'll tell you, there's a lot of additional equipment that's been thrown around by Bingham. A lot of hand warmers coming off. Another one is, that snap came up on Martinez. Bingham's clamoring for a call. Very awkward looking. And, I don't know.
Well,
that was awkward from the start.
Yeah. Might not come back to that play later in the game.
Well, Bingham's kind of like, hey, they came across early. I think Lone Peak say, no, we were right on the snap count.
They're like, we've been watching film.
Yeah.
Over to Cam Newton saying, you've been watching film. Cool. Me too.
How about this? It'll be a 4th and 2, and the Minor offense staying on the field here on 4th down. Martinez under center. We'll give it.
Ooh.
Sudbury stood up in the hole, and the Lone Peak defense comes up with the stop. It might have been Tyler Denny, the man to it for the Knights.
Man, Tyler Denny saying you don't want to meet me in a dark alley, and you sure as heck don't want to meet me in a lane. Wow. Big old hit right there, Tyler, on 4th down.
Boy, we just had another look at that awkward 3rd down play. It looked like the center snapped the ball and no one else up front moved.
You know, that was an offside on the center and absolutely nobody else.
Yeah, you could have maybe called a false start on the center, though that doesn't get called, right?
No, it doesn't. If a guard jumps off, you're like, gosh darn it.
Yeah.
If the center jumps off, you're like, oh, no.
Run the play. First down, the Lone Peak defense coming up with another stop. Play action, Hodson. Oh, coverage down the field, and just gets it past the line of scrimmage. The argument would be, was he still in the pocket?
Well, the Bingham coaches are arguing that point quite vehemently.
It did pass the line of scrimmage. So, again, a receiver does not have to be in the area. Okay. You have to be outside the tackle box, past the line of scrimmage.
He knows the rules all too well at this point.
Here's the thing. I know 2 of them, Moose. That's one. So
the other one is no fun.
You know it. Yes.
No painting of the face.
We don't deal with fun. This is serious business. 2nd and 10. Hodson again looking. Has a man right down the seam. Bateman. Oh,
no.
He had it, Moose. They found
Maximus
0.
Gaius Aurelius Bateman. It's cold, though.
What would Dusty say?
He's going to want that one back.
He's going to want that one back. They also had Trey Robinson. Couple seam routes there. Something you can maybe tuck in the hat for later.
Yeah. Goodness. You can attack the middle. I like Trey Robinson a lot. Here's the thing. We always say 3-headed monster. Trey Robinson is one of my favorite receivers in the state as well. You just got so many dudes out here, and you could outrun the ball once, and you might win the game if you're Lone Peak.
3rd down. Hodson running out of time. Sneaks through the tackle. Hodson going to try to pick it up with his feet, and he's got it. 1st down and more for Caden Hodson. Down to the 29-yard line. A 3rd and 10 that goes for 39 9 yards and a first down and a penalty flag here down the field late.
I feel like Bingham's whole defense is going to be asking him, do you really play baseball, Hudson? Because that's a football move right there if I've ever seen one. Woo!
And look, this Lone Peak offense coming back a little bit, so we await the call here. Still waiting the call for the official to give me the inside scoop. And looks like this is, Lone Peak is walking backwards.
White hat, come on.
So I think they might have actually called a hold.
All right.
Block in the back here. Signals are close. I couldn't see it. But regardless, that's a spot penalty. It's why I think it's a hold. It did happen down the field. It will be a first down, but it will come back to the 47.
Live to see another day. Now I think in the immortal words of Little John, they'll be taking some shots.
First down, Hodson going to hand it off. Left side, lowering the shoulder pads. Boy, Lone Peak, they brought the thick pads today. Easton Anderson with a gain of 8.
Well, whenever you play Bingham, you have to have some thick pads. We had some absolute barn burner games out here when I played, and I have so much respect for everything that is Bingham. Heck, I even named my last name Bingham because of them.
Yeah, it was originally something else, and then he went through high school. He was like, I'm changing it, man. I got a lot of respect for Bingham.
I just want them to cheer for me when I'm on the field. Go Bingham. Thank you.
Oh, it certainly made those days playing for Alta and those great rivalries a lot easier. They were cheering for you, Moose. 2nd and 2.
Whoa!
Oh, you want to talk about a TFL? The Bingham Miners all over it is Seti Masi, the senior, coming in with the stop.
Oh, Seti Masi. He's like, we're not going to let this be my last game. I want to go see some red on the turf. Wow. Big ole hit, Seti. Love to see it.
How about this? We talk about Lone Peak has been to 7 straight semis. Bingham's not been to a semi since 2018.
Wow.
Trying to get back. 3rd down and a timeout here. Going to be taken by Lone Peak. We will take a moment, just thank another couple of our sponsors here. Do you have unresolved back pain from a herniated disc, or does pain in your knees prevent you from being as active as you want to be? Non-surgical, regenerative spine and joint treatments from Renuvi can repair damaged tissue, relieve your pain, and restore your active lifestyle. Go to Renuvi.com for more information. Also want to thank Black Desert Resort, Velocirax, Tiger Friday for all their sponsorships of Lone Peak football, and Burn Boot Camp. Burn Boot Camp transforms lives and communities through challenging 45-minute cardio and strength workouts that will leave you feeling stronger and more confident in all aspects of your life. Again, that's Burn Boot Camp.
Yeah, I wish I had a little cycle up here or something right now to get the blood flowing.
That would be helpful, although, look, I feel pretty good. I layered up today. I knew it was going to be chilly. I'm like a cinnamon roll here. I just layers and rolls and, I feel good.
I layered up, but I was in Florida this week and my blood thinned out.
Yeah, your calibration's all off.
Oh, it's bad.
3rd and 4, Hodson on a design keep. And he's not going to get it. Back to the line. Nothing else as this Bingham front was ready for it. 4th down.
Incredible penetration. This Lone Peak line at the start of the season, I'm like, they're young. Now they're veterans. They've gone through a season together. They've had a lot of guys come in and out, but you got to get that. And with the punt from their last punt, might just go for it here and trust the defense.
Yeah, I think you do. It would be about a 60-yard field goal, and I don't know.
He's got the leg for it. Go.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
He does have the leg for it.
All right.
But I think the previous one, I don't know if it had another 5 on that particular kick.
Well, he's got to get his best kick out there.
Yeah, he would. 4th and 5, Lone Peak offense on the field. Hodson looking, has a man, caught.
Whoa.
Big hit, but it's caught for a first down as, boy, taking the lick was Crew McChesney.
Oh, Crew McChesney has a great name, has a great family. That reminds me of Austin McChesney out there catching the rock, doing his thing. You love to see Crew. And when your back is against the wall, nothing better than a McChesney to throw to.
Wow, he paid the price, too. It's a cold night. That one is going to be ringing in the bones of Crew for another play or two.
Crew's thinking, You don't have to take hits like that in baseball.
Oh, fumbled. Ball's on the turf. And able to get back on it. Boy, that one was scary for a moment. Anderson able to regather here for the Knights.
Oh, man. Still got the first down, so you live to see another day. But it is a brutally cold night. And fun to see everyone. The extra things you'll see on the turf, you'll see hand towels, you'll see hand warmers, you'll see arm warmers, you'll see leg warmers. It's like we're back in the 80s, Dane.
Yeah, I see no propane warmers, though. Interestingly enough, we've
Rookie
seen those.
Move. Come on, Bingham. You got 200 kids. One kid has to have a propane heater.
We talked about Luke Hyde will be joining us. He will come in the third quarter. Got stuck in traffic. You know, I-15, it can be a little crazy this time of night. Penalty flags here on the play on what would have been a second and long. You ready for a fun fact, Moose?
Yes, I'm ready.
How about this note? I found this intriguing.
Okay.
Good things in store for the winner of this team because these two teams have met in the playoffs 4 times. Okay, 4 times. Every time they've met, the winner of this matchup has at least made it to Rice-Eccles. Every time.
Okay.
Sorry. They've advanced to the championship game.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
They've advanced to the 4 matchups. Every time the winner of this matchup has made it to the state championship game. Isn't that crazy?
That's a good little stat right there.
Yeah.
I was like, I hope one of these teams make it to Rice-Eccles next week.
Well, no, state, yeah. So I'm a little slow. Second and long. Bateman.
Oh.
There was contact there immediately as it was Tyson McBride, but that's one that Bateman Moose.
So, one thing I like down there, it's getting a little doughy.
Yeah.
It's getting a little dirty. It's getting a little dirty doughy down there in the trenches.
Yeah.
And you'll love to see it, Dane. Thank you, Dirty Dough, for the cookies 2 weeks ago.
We knew this would be a physical matchup, and it certainly proved out that way. And I love the answer by both defense. Both offenses came out running the ball well. Yeah, the run game's going away, right? Like both defenses are now bringing it. Third and long. Hodson scanning. A lot of space for Hodson. Going to keep it. First down and more for Caden. To the 12-yard line and out of bounds. First down, Lone Peak.
Coach Brockbank was sitting here. I was like, tell me about your quarterback. He's like, have you ever watched Taysom Hill? That's exactly what I think our quarterback is. And when you see runs like that, it's like, yeah.
And the thing is, honestly, I mean, I don't know what his completion percentage is. It's just the first half. It's probably around 50%. He has not missed a throw tonight. I mean, the incompletions, with the exception of the one, which was to get out of the sack, they've all been on the hands of targets. Been dialed in. Been a good start for Caden tonight.
Caden has really grown a lot as a player. He didn't have spring ball to go through.
Right.
He didn't have 7-on-7s. He didn't have summer. He basically showed up at fall camp and said, let's roll.
Put on pads. Met immediately behind the line of scrimmage. Couple minors there, including King Finau, the senior. No gain for Lone Peak.
Runs like that make me realize I'm thankful that I'm a kicker and I don't have to run the rock in this situation. Woof.
Of course, the winner of this game will take on the Skyridge Falcons.
Oh, wow. Cacaw.
Yeah.
Skyridge won their game today against the Davis Darts.
At least last check, they were up, and there was a significant lead, so I figured that held. We'll check that at the break. 4 minutes to go here in the half. 3-0 Lone Peak. Hodson again on the ground. Wild ahead for a gain of 2 and none more. Third and long here for the Knights.
It makes me think that Region 4 is pretty good when at least 2 of their teams are going to make it to the turf. We'll see if 2 others will join them.
How about Farmington today?
Yeah.
Getting the win over AF?
Oh, wow. Really?
At least they were up 19-3, I believe was the last check I had heard. We're getting a score update on that one. 19-3 the final. Farmington takes out American Fork.
And the Phoenixes rise. Good job, Daniel Coates.
Third down. Looking end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, man. Let's see what they're going to do here. They're well within field goal range. And it looks like they will be kicking a field goal.
I think the right call here, the way your defense is playing.
Difficult kick into the wind, and it's cold.
It is cold. Sanchez hit the 55-yarder back in the first quarter. This one much closer, just 27. This is a chip shot, eh? Kick up. Yeah, chip shot. Money. 6-0 Lone Peak.
Great kick. Great job by Ian Sanchez right there. And great job getting a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah.
So this is a fast game, and the more points you can get on the board, the better. But they definitely made the right choice, getting Ian Sanchez in there and getting another field goal.
Yeah, 6-0. And, boy, a game where we thought could have a lot of offense. It's really been the defenses that have shown here in this first half.
Yeah, I just got a text from one of my buddies, Coach Jones. And
Hey, Coach.
He says, "Hey, Moose, it's nice and warm by the fire. Really enjoyable experience listening to the broadcast." And I said, "Must be nice." Oh, tricky. What's going on? Oh, get there. Oh.
Boy, and a penalty flag on that far side. I don't know if this might be like...
The ball went out of bounds. That's why there's a penalty flag.
Okay.
But Ian gave him the opportunity there. I love the scrunch in and keeping your guy out there on the edge. Super fun situation. Let's see if Bingham makes him re-kick it. I would. But Bingham's not. They're satisfied with getting the ball on their own 47. Sometimes being tricky works out. Other times it's very sad. That ball was close to getting recovered.
Yeah.
Really difficult kick right there.
So Bingham starting at midfield. And again, that tells you the confidence Lone Peak has in their defense. Martinez ahead for a gain of 3.
Yeah, Martinez is doing a great job. And this Bingham squad, they only have had Eric Jones in their presence for about 8 months.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're used to a Coach Brockbank who's been at Lone Peak for 9 years. They're like still filling each other out. They're like, we got to do this. We got to see what's going on. And this Bingham team is going to be formidable in the next few years.
Second down. Martinez. Wow. And he's taken down. Was trying to get out of the reach of Luke Smith. And Luke said, "You get back here, little QB." Lost on the play.
Luke's arm looked about 9 feet long right there to Dal Martinez. He's like, "Oh, it's still going. It's still around me."
And a timeout taken by Lone Peak. We will step aside and be back. 3rd and long for Bingham when we come back.
Other universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I'd have to quit my job to go to school.
He said it would take me 4 years to graduate. They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time. Courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
And welcome back here to Bingham High School. I want to thank our sponsors of KSL Sports Rewind, Heidemann and Associates. If you have any legal needs, contact the experts at Heidemann and Associates. Tell them Rewind sent you, and you'll get a free consultation when you call 801-754-4240. Full-service law firm. They will take care of whatever legal needs you have. 3rd and 13, Moose. If you're Bingham, how aggressive are you here with 2:15 to go?
Well, the nice thing is it's still a one-possession game. You gave up 2 scores, but they were 2 field goals. So neither one of these teams have graced the end zone yet.
Just a 4-man rush. Martinez looking, has a man wide open in Sudbury. Caught, first down, Bingham inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, and here come the Miners.
Bingham doesn't throw often, but when they do, it's calculated. It's less risk, and they did a great job drawing that up. Freddy Fernandez doing a good job.
You cannot lose Sudbury.
No. Well, you can.
You can.
They did.
But if you do, that's the result. You pay the price as we're inside of 2 minutes, and Bingham knocking on the doorstep of the red zone.
That's an explosive play right there. Now they're in the field goal area.
First down. Guess what? Screen. Sudbury. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing else. Boy, that play, there was great defensive pursuit there by Mayberry. Really made that become a backward throw that Sudbury had to retreat to gain and just disrupted the timing.
Yeah. There was a country song once. It was about Mayberry. Lone Peak defense was singing that. I miss Sudbury. He ran right past our zone defense.
2nd and 11. I didn't know Moose was a singer.
Oh, I do karaoke every once in a while.
Martinez down the field. Was that caught?
Dirty laundry up at the top of your screen, though.
Look at that. Nice reception there. It was Parker, the tight end. You are right. Penalty flag, far side, right at the line.
That ref is making everyone know there's a flag there.
That might be a lineup
penalty?
issue. Oh, wow, sideline. All right.
Against Lone Peak?
Yeah. Got to stay behind the white lines. Stay,
Yeah.
Actually, it's the blue, I think. Anyway.
Either way. Oh.
No yardage there. First is just a warning, so they'll take the play.
I'd probably take the play, too, on that one.
Yeah. 3rd down. Gonna throw back. Sudbury again inside the 10 and down to the 5. And that bootleg throwback moves again. Grinds up this Lone Peak D.
So we're going to sing a song. Don't lose Sudbury. Goodness gracious. Lone Peak defense.
Man, how about the Miners? Freddie's found something as we're inside of a minute left. And we got 1st and goal for the Miners. A timeout taken here by Bingham. Coach Jones want to make certain, hey, we got a chance to take a lead into the half. Got to capitalize here.
Yeah, what Bingham's seeing is the flowing of Lone Peak's defense is great, but you can catch them every once in a while. Flowing one way, attack the other way. I feel like Freddie Fernandez has been reading The Art of War a little bit.
Is that like the old Chinese?
Yep.
Yeah.
By Sun Tzu.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Sun Tzu?
Yeah. Who doesn't know Sun Tzu?
800 BC. That's Sun Tzu.
Yeah.
Big time guy. I have a
tend to
signed
read,
copy of that book, in fact.
I tend to read much more boring books.
Oh,
By the way, Moose and I had a book discussion last week.
Oh, did we ever?
You and I, man, we got a nice little retirement plan going here. So
thank you, Bill Walsh.
Yeah, 1st and goal here for Bingham. Inside of a minute to go. Officials just coming to position now. Both teams are kind of ready to go.
They're like, hurry it up, White Hat. Oh! Sudbury. Sometimes you get too excited to get running.
Yeah.
That gives Lone Peak a little bit of breathing room.
In fairness, wind at his back, right? Probably there's a little
you
momentum
can't hold
going,
that too
right?
much. You're like, no. It reminds me of the play in college football. There was an offensive guard that lost his balance.
Literally just
and
like
he just
falls
fell
over.
Back. He's like, I didn't jump, coach. I just fell.
That's one of my favorites.
Sudbury was feeling that. He's like, hey, I already had 2 explosive plays, so forgive me for that one.
So it'll be 1st and goal now from the 10 for the Miners. Still 56 seconds left here on the clock. Martinez handing off. Sudbury brought down behind the line of scrimmage. You saw Dahl burst through there, and then cleanup there on the play for Lone Peak.
Timeout by Bingham.
And they'll stop the clock again here with 46 seconds left. We'll take a quick break. Come right back.
It all starts with a smile. To show you care, offer a sign of love, welcome someone home. Even when we don't see each other, or share a room, even without words, smiles bring us together. Let's keep yours healthy. Stonehaven Dental. Schedule online at stonehavendental.com.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time. Courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Welcome back. 2nd and 12 here.
Big second down. Oh, he's got a lane.
Martinez for the pylon. Touchdown, Bingham.
Man, sometimes you just get your best athlete out there and you say, get us into the end zone. Great job by Dal Martinez.
A couple of Martinez throws, sets up the Miners, and he finishes off with the legs from 12 yards out.
Massive PAT right here. The holder, make sure he has his gloves already, licking his hands, rubbing it down. He says, here we go. Oh.
Kick is up, and this is good. The Miners take the lead here with 36 seconds to go in the first half. You're watching quarterfinal action on KSLSports.com.
Salt Lake Running Company is inspiring our community to move with purpose, embrace adventure, and consciously connect to their bodies. Exercise is essential now more than ever. Take control of the chaos and make time for you. From the gym to the trail, SLRC can help you find the focus to define your finish line. Visit one of our 5 locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.
Hey, Moose, we got ourselves a ball game here. 7-6 Bingham, 37 seconds to go.
So, per usual, we had to choose the game of the week. We get the authority to do that. We said, let's get the most exciting game. And we chose right again, Dane.
And per usual, Moose is like, I want this game. And I'm like, Moose, are you sure? And he's like,
Yes.
I want this game. And we show up and we get this. So, look, here's the thing. There's a reason why Moose is part of our coverage, because he's a lot smarter than I am. So,
No, I just choose the game that's closest to my house.
oh, shoot. That's great. I was surprised as anyone Moose wanted to come here. Those old Alta Bingham rivalries. Look at you just, hey, the past is the past. It's a new day. We're good.
You know what? They beat me twice. I beat them twice.
It all works out, right?
And we all fought about it for the rest of our lives. I'll call up Harvey Longy after this game and tell him he sucks.
Bingham to kick off. First lead of the game for the Miners. Obviously, is this into the end zone for the touchback. And Moose, look, what we've seen from Lone Peak tonight, they're not afraid to throw it. Only one timeout left for the Miners, or for the Miners and for the Knights. How aggressive do you think Lone Peak is here?
If I was a cheerleader, I'd start cheering, be aggressive, be aggressive. But I'd be okay with them taking a knee and just going into halftime at this point, because it's been a well-fought battle so far by both teams, and you don't want to do anything risky with the ball.
One of their best plays really has been Hodson scrambling on passing plays. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to clear that out somewhat, see if he can't reel off maybe a 20-yarder and see if that can set you up with a bit of a shorter field. It'll be empty backfield here on first down.
Well, they have a great kicker if they can get into field goal range.
Designed run, Hodson bouncing off of tacklers, and he'll take it up first down here for Hodson on a gain of 10.
Stop?
To move the sticks, it does.
Oh, get on the ball quick, Hodson.
But yeah, they got that thing going.
Oh, they moved the sticks, but they started the clock already.
Yeah, that's just
Looks like some home cooking.
No, the White has signaled it.
I'm joking.
And yeah, Coach Brockman going to be like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah. He's like, I'm cold. It looks to be warm inside.
Yeah, we'll go get some hot chocolate. Yep. Folks, 15-minute halftime. Be back. We got a great second half coming up for you, including Luke Hyde will join us for the third quarter. Bingham leading Lone Peak 7-6 at the break.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
And welcome back here to Ron Thorne Stadium at Bingham High School. Start of the second half in our 6A quarterfinal. Bingham leading Lone Peak 7-6, a late first half drive by the Miners, taking the lead for the first time tonight. Moose, your thoughts of the first half and any adjustments you see here in half number 2?
Well, for Lone Peak, keep track of Caden Sudbury. I think that's an important thing to do.
Yeah.
Because he seems to find out where the end zone is, where the big plays are, all that stuff. And for Bingham, you got to keep grinding, keep getting the flow of that defense one way and attacking the other side. It's great to see them doing those things.
Lone Peak will start with possession if they get this, and that ball's live.
Tricky.
I think Lone Peak might have gone on it. Boy, you got to kick back. I think
bottom.
We should have had it, could have had it. They're unpiling here, and Lone Peak does have it. And with that, start of the second half, we welcome in Mr. Luke Hyde. Luke, man, first question, are you missing being down there? Do you wish you were down there repping the old maroon and gold tonight?
Yes, sir. I wish I was. It's honored to be back here with you and Moose, and to be actually announcing the game with you guys. Kind of cool to see how all this goes into perspective. Seeing you guys announce my games on the live streams for the past 4 years. Now to actually be up here announcing it with you guys, it's awesome.
Look, it's all about connections, and we'll make sure we get more Luke here. Oh, how about this screen set up for Christensen? He'll take this out of bounds. Nice start for this Lone Peak drive. Luke, I want to ask you, you were in that locker room last year. You guys had some close games. What do you think the message was for this Lone Peak group in the break, in the locker room at the half?
Just to keep on executing and come out strong in the second half because, I mean, at the beginning of the second half, it's always going to be a 0-0 ball game. You always got to put both halves together to be able to win games.
Man, I really think they said, watch out for the onside kick to start the game off, because that was intense execution right there.
How about both teams trying a little trickeration, and that run for Wild, boy, just nowhere to go, as it was Jace Tupea, the sophomore, coming up with a nice stop there for the Miner D.
It's kind of tough coming back out after halftime, where you get warm in the locker room, everything is going right in your life, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, Father Cold is out here again. No!
Yeah, you are not lying. It is colder up here than I thought. That's 100%.
Luke is up here in a blanket. We're like, are you sure that's him? He's like, I'll be fine. And, yeah, it's chilly, man.
All you people at home made the right choice by the fire.
Yeah, my ears might... Oh.
Hodson looking deep. Oh, right through the hands. Boy, that ball is on target to Crew and just literally jumps out of the hands of McChesney.
Great thought process, great shot. Crew McChesney getting his thing done. I'm going to blame that drop on Austin McChesney because I'm never going to blame anything on Crew.
Oh, you can never blame anything on Crew. Hey, they're going to come back to that. Just wait.
That was one that Luke Hyde would have had.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't say that. We love Crew. I don't say that to be detrimental to Crew at all. That's a great ball by Caden. We talked about in the first half, Moose. He's been on point tonight.
What is going on with Caden? He might play himself into a quarterback scholarship and hang up the baseball cleats if he keeps this up.
3rd and 11. Screen. Running out of time. Has a man. First down and more for Brooks Wild across the 50. Gets a block. Wild inside the 30 and out of bounds in the 25, and Hodson delivers.
Wow.
His patience tonight is way, way, way better than the regular season. I'm loving it.
Hodson with the veteran move. Not one, not two, but 3 Bingham Miners in his face. And he says, I need someone to run wild. Here you go, Brooks. You'll love to see it.
He does not look like a baseball player on a play like that. Man, that's a heck of a job by Hodson.
Wow.
First down. They're knocking on the door of the red zone here. Great way to start this second half for this Lone Peak offense. Just over a minute into the third quarter here. Hodson, pistol formation, will hand off. This is Anderson trying that left side. Stood up. Contact there late. But, and now we're going to get a late flag coming in.
Bronx Walker, the junior, coming in. Number 5. The feet stopped churning, the play was dead, and he said kaboom, and there's 15 for you. A little bit rough, and it looks like we've got a player down as well.
Yeah, this is Anderson. He's still down. We're going to step aside while they have a look at Easton Anderson. We'll be back after this.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and Springville.
Other universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I'd have to quit my job to go to school.
They said it would take me 4 years to graduate. They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
It all starts with a smile. To show you care, offer a sign of love, welcome someone home. Even when we don't see each other, or share a room, even without words, smiles bring us together. Let's keep yours healthy. Stonehaven Dental. Schedule online at stonehavendental.com.
Salt Lake Running Company is inspiring our community to move with purpose, embrace adventure, and consciously connect to their bodies. Exercise is essential, now more than ever. Take control of the chaos and make time for you. From the gym to the trail, SLRC can help you find the focus to define your finish line. Visit one of our 5 locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.
And welcome back. Easton Anderson was able to walk off under his own power. Good to see. That looked scary for a moment, but he seems to be okay. The penalty obviously was there on the hit, so Lone Peak now at the 12 with 1st and 10 here for the night offense and an I formation on first down. Hodson will give. Oh, how about a bruiser here?
Jethro Jensen.
Yeah, trying to take on this Bingham D, and Jethro close to a first down.
Was that Luke Durfee down there or Jethro Jensen? Wow. Oh, my goodness. I saw the number 5, and I was like, that kid's not supposed to be on the field.
Durfee dozer.
What's going on here? I was like, we saw one kid went down, but you can't call kids up from last year to be on the field.
Love Jethro, but there is no comparison between the two. Just from standing by them last year.
Ooh. Jethro in the backfield here again on 2nd and 2 for the Knights.
Big formation.
They'll go back. Jethro lowering the pads. Boy, he is awfully close. And we talked with Coach Brockbank about last year, and he did mention, great year for the Knights. He said, hey, if it's not for a Luke Hyde fumble near the goal line, they maybe beat Bishop Gorman. Hey, there it is.
That was Luke Durfee. Come on.
That was Luke Durfee 100%. That was not me.
We were like, Luke Hyde will catch that. And so I had to set it up, and Luke, the head kind of comes over. It's like, no.
Man.
1st and goal.
I really like this heavy formation, and this Lone Peak offensive line can do this now, but this Bingham D line, they're big and they're angry.
Back to Jethro, and he stood up. Boy, how about the pursuit by Bingham defensively? A number of Miners there, including Mamalis, who we've talked about a lot tonight, as well as Tupea. Bingham making a strong stand on first down.
Well, here's the deal. That was first down. They got the first down that last play with the run with Jethro. So they've got 3 more shots to get in the end zone to try to get this game out of reach.
Luke, in this offense, do you see them continue to try to power here, or do they maybe go a little, in the air?
I mean, they could go in the air right now just because I think Cheese just got put back into the game. Might go ISO action maybe. Yeah, like I said, that's a touchdown. Yes, sir. I called that one. Yep.
See, that's why we wanted Luke, right? You've been in those meetings, you've been in those huddles, and it's Crew McChesney making up for the earlier drop as Lone Peak retakes the lead.
Crew McChesney's sitting there. He says, you know what? I may have dropped a pass. I may have let my kilt get caught up in my cleats. But I'm going to score a touchdown, gosh darn it, if it's the last thing I do. Freedom!
It just cannot be easier for Coach Strobridge when you got Cole, Sean Blanton, Trey, and Cheese. When you got all those targets, I mean, why not go in the air more?
All right, now Luke Hyde, he's got himself a heck of an offense, folks. He's got a future as an OC. Mr. Future OC, you like the call here to go for 2?
I do. I mean, you do gotta get up on them early, and let's see what they do here.
I don't, but that's another story. Play action. Hodson running out of time, looking for the outlet. It's Jethro, and he's a yard short as the Bingham defense makes the stop, and it's 12-7. Big play there by Bingham defensively.
You got to end every single series with a kick. You need that foot to feel that leather.
I'm sure you would say that.
It's like rubbing the Buddha belly. It makes things all right.
I mean, yeah. I'm pretty sure you and I would have loved to see Ian pad his stats a little bit more just with that kick, just from you training him for the past 2 years.
Yeah, I'm a little biased. Don't tell anyone, though.
And I'll clarify, I don't want to be harsh on Lone Peak. I'm just a fan of not chasing points early. I think sometimes plays happen later where you maybe regret that. But I'm not an OC, and I've never been asked to be one. So I'm on the outside. I'm happy to admit that. But I understand trying to align the score. I get it.
I have played Madden and NCAA football a few times, so I think I'm more than qualified. Just kidding.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Moose's offense averages, 8 field goals a game. So
of course,
it could be first and goal from the 1. We're kicking a field goal. Kickoff here for the Knights, and a touchback.
You love to see the touchbacks, though. See, you might not end a drive, but you'll start one with a kick every time.
We like that, Ian.
Oh, nice kick.
All right, Luke, I know we were talking a little bit at halftime. You got to see the second quarter. You're familiar with Bingham. You guys played them last year in the quarters. What do you expect to see from the Bingham Miners here on their first drive of the second half?
Honestly, just from last year, they just kept on doing what they were doing and just playing smash mouth football with our defense back and forth. And, I expect them to do the exact same thing.
We'll start on the ground. This is Sudbury ahead there for a gain of 7, trying to move the pile. And a nice first down carry there for Carson.
Great O-line movement there. Carson Sudbury didn't get lost yet, but we can't play Where's Waldo with Carson Sudbury this second half.
He's the guy that burned him on some of those passing plays on that drive to take the lead. And I love the versatility that he brings to this offense. They can run him. They've obviously thrown to him multiple times tonight, including on screens. They'll give it to him again. Similar looking play. Sudbury first down and more up to the 36.
He reminded me a lot of Cade Harris in this Fred Fernandez offense, honestly.
That's a really good comparison right there. I really like that. Freddie Fernandez, he didn't necessarily have all the dudes he has at Bingham the last few years, but now he's at Bingham. He gets to choose from 200 kids, not 75.
Oh, 100%.
And that makes Freddie that much more dangerous. The only way he could be more dangerous is if he was out there toting the rock himself at 18 years old.
That's the truth. I was in a meeting this week, and I heard stories about Freddie playing high school ball. As a nice carry here on first down, as a gasher run here for Maddox Peck.
Yeah, Maddox is an absolute dude. Freddie in high school, it turns into fish stories sometimes. The fish was this big, no this big, no this big. But for Freddie Fernandez, he's kept the fish the same size for about 50 years, and that fish is absolutely humongous.
I'm really not a huge fan of the wing tee, but when I see Fred run the wing tee offense with his offense, it looks amazing. Just him running it in the pass with Jackson Dart and Cade Harris and all those guys. He's making good use of it here at Bingham too.
Sudbury here the run, and I love going back, and I'm going to miss the quarterback's name, but the guy before Jackson Dart, who was it, Moose? They went to the state championship game against Timview. They lost.
That was before my time, Dane, so I'm going to plead the fifth. Where's Dusty when you need him?
I can't believe, because I want to say it was like Stidham. That's not right. We'll get it. But anyway, to your point, right, when you got guys in it, it is really fun the way that Freddie calls it, designs it.
100%. Because at Roy, he had Kyrie's Rowan, he had Deontay Davis, he had Kate Harris, and he even had Parker Kingston for a couple years too.
Boy, the biggest offensive run of the night, and that might have been Fui with the carry. And Moose, we saw him come in earlier, bring some physicality there. He's displaying speed.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to watch this Lone Peak defense. Did they get too warm? Should they have not gone inside? Let's see what's going to happen here, because Lone Peak put out some points. Can Bingham match them here? This bend don't break defense. Let's see if they cannot break here in the red zone.
First down. Again, it's Sudbury. Sudbury. Boy, that run has been working really well on this drive for Bingham.
Yeah, they are not shying away from that run. They've run it about 4 times on this drive, and they've been getting positive yardage every single time.
I mean, why would you run away from it? He's getting 8 yards a pop.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There's something to be said about not outthinking the room, right? It's like, hey, if it's working, keep doing it. That's how a Luke Hyde offense works, eh?
Oh, yes, sir.
Second and short. I'm actually really intrigued by this Luke Hyde offense. So one of these days, second and short here. Sudbury again. First down for the Miners as they're to the 15.
So it's really interesting. These guards have been getting taken out in the first half, getting penetration. Now the guards for Bingham are really attacking this Lone Peak defense and getting a lot of push on them, and that's disrupting everything that's going on. If you can control the guards, control the middle of the field, take those defensive tackles out of the play, woo-hoo-hoo, could be a long night for Lone Peak, and we could have a shootout this second half.
Yeah, they definitely made some halftime adjustments, and they're moving the ball very well down the field.
First down. We're past the midway point, 4.5 to go here in the third quarter. Boy, a little toss there, getting Maddox Peck with some steam. He'll turn it up for a gain of 8, maybe 9 on the carry.
Coach Jones going before the game, he says, you know what, sometimes it takes Freddie a quarter. Sometimes it takes him a half. But that man's brain is as big as Einstein's when it comes to football, and he's going to find the weaknesses in your defense. But, Denny, this is a chess match with live human beings, and you love to see two grandmasters going at it, moving pawns around, moving kings, moving queens, and seeing who can get into the end zone. Or can't.
Second and short here. Martinez, he's been under center this entire drive. Oh, little sleight of hand there on the give to Fotu, who takes it to the 2, first and goal, Bingham.
Wow.
Yeah, I do not miss playing against this offense at all of my freshman year.
Luckily, you were at corner, though, right?
No, I was definitely still Woods Cross my freshman and sophomore year.
No, corner as a position.
Oh, yeah.
You were playing DB, so you didn't have to play trenches.
Yeah.
Like, good luck over there.
Yeah, I was on the sideline, and I saw Kyrie's hurt on one of my good buddies right in front of my face, and he got up high off the ground, and I was like, yeah, thank goodness that was not me.
First and goal, Bingham. Martinez on the keeper. Did he get in?
Oh,
no, going to be just short here. Will be second and goal from inside the 1.
Man, that one hurt Reggie Bush's heart. He said, we need the Bush push going. Let's go get a touchdown here. But I wonder what Bingham's going to do here. They got 1 yard. They needed 2. Might get another yard here if under center. And they don't.
No. They were looking for the Sudbury push and did not. And I'm just teasing. Carson did not come up on that play, but how about the stoutness of that Lone Peak defensive front? Luke, you've experienced that a time or two, eh?
Yeah, a time or two with the – I mean, we replaced our defensive ends pretty well, but not in the height category. Last year when we had Connor County and Nick Siri at both 6'5", we called them the Twin Towers. It was rough going against them in practice. But that defensive line is always very strong.
Third down, Sudbury, touchdown, Bingham. Hey, I love it. You try the sneak once or twice. We're going to go back to what's worked, finding the end zone, and it's 13-12 Bingham.
Oh, no. Bingham's leaving the kicker off, too. Don't
it's the
do
analytics, Moose. You keep the offense on the field, you can make this a 3-point contest.
I mean, I called going for 2, but I think I'm going to go with Dana and send out my kicker.
You guys make me sick sometimes. My stomach's a churning and a whirling because we need to kick PATs. That's what win games.
He said kick it. Right? You said kick it?
Oh, yeah, I said kick it.
I know. I'm talking to you, Dane.
I said kick it.
Okay, I'm talking to the green grass down below then. Everyone should be saying
everyone knows.
kick.
Everyone knows we're not that score in Madden, but I guess this isn't Madden right now. This is we're playing for Rice Eccles right now.
Here's the thing: it took them 3 tries to get it inside. The final 2 yards. You get 1 try from 3. Like it's not easy to do. As they'll take a timeout here. We want to take a moment. Thank some of our sponsors of Lone Peak Football here on KSL Sports Rewind. doTERRA, a proud sponsor of Lone Peak Football. doTERRA's products help athletes around the world maintain the highest level of health and wellness. Learn more about how you can up your health and wellness game at doTERRA.com. Also want to thank Tech9. Tech happily with Tech9, where Utah goes for custom software development. Tiger Friday, Velocirx, Black Desert Resort, all sponsors of Lone Peak Football here on KSLSports.com. Also want to thank Western Governors University. Make 2022 the year of you. Up to $2,500 scholarships available through Western Governors University. To learn more, visit wgu.edu. 2-point try here for the Miners. All right, Mr. Offense, Luke Hyde, what are you looking for here?
I was not expecting that. Oh, my.
Tafotu, and he's in. The 2-point conversion, good. It's 15-12, Bingham.
I was expecting a lot more trickeration right there, but a nice, easy, basic swing pass works, too. Got the job done.
Man, for all of you guys that had the 15-12 score in Vegas, good job on you. Man, 15-12, it's just a weird score to see right now, to be honest with you. But I love the creativity of that play. Sometimes you just get the ball into one of your best players' hands, run to the pylon, and say, my guy can beat your guy to the pylon.
Boy, what a score, huh? 15-12?
PAT would have been better, though, just throwing that one out.
Oh, Moose. Those kickers, right, Luke?
Yeah, those kickers.
Great play call, though. I'll give him that.
Great play call. I mean, look, I think you said it perfectly, Luke. I wasn't expecting that. I think Lone Peak's saying that same thing.
I truly wasn't. I thought Down would have just done a nice little QB draw or gotten it to Sudbury, honestly.
Man, we're going to have to rename Freddie Fernandez to Freddie Sue in honor of Sun Tzu.
The art of war.
The art of war.
The art of war. It's been a back-and-forth battle. Been a great one tonight here from Ron Thorne Stadium. 2:05 to go here in the third, and we got wind causing havoc here for the tee.
Rookie move by the kicker. Just not able to hold it. 45 comes out. It's like, I'll hold it for you. Never mind. Not going to do that. I got to run down on kickoff and get in my lane. Okay. Oh, you kicked it off yourself.
At some point, don't they make you get a holder here?
At this point, I'd say Riley Wicker, you're getting a holder. Big kid, too. 6 foot, 197, probably 200 was it looks like from here. Got his little hibernation weight coming on.
And Lone Peak a little further back here.
Wise decision.
Oh.
Never mind.
Oh!
Boy, interesting there. They did not want to give a return to Christensen or McChesney, and they're willing to give Lone Peak the ball at the 47. Wow.
Man.
Yeah, they are not complaining about that field position, I can tell you that.
It's getting a little chippy down there on special teams. It's getting a little dirty.
You know what that means?
It's getting a little doughy. Thank you, Dirty Dough, for the cookies last week. They were delightful.
Yeah, I kept the stomach warm for a while.
Yeah.
A lot of sugar and calories.
Next week, Bennett, I'll see you at Rice Eccles.
Yeah. So Lone Peak starting at their own 47. And we saw them be aggressive on the first drive of the second half.
With this win, they're already in field goal range, too.
Yeah, pretty much. Some confusion here on the alignment. They got it all set. Play clock down to 3. They got to hurry. Get it off. Oh, no, we got a timeout taken here by Lone Peak as Coach Brockbank calling it, trying to protect his offense. Timeout, Lone Peak. We'll step aside and be back after this.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Welcome back. First down, Lone Peak. Boy, a timeout you hate to waste this early.
Well, there's 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, but in a tight battle back and forth. Anyway.
Got to preserve those challenge flags.
Yeah, exactly. Hodson, couple crossing routes, going to throw down the field. Caught. McChesney made the first man miss, brought down by the second, but a nice gain there of 13.
Crew McChesney, you love to see it. I was laughing. Austin McChesney, after Crew had missed this first catch, he said, "Hey, Moose, I would have made that catch. Don't you disrespect my name." And I say, "Okay, Austin, we'll see."
You know, Cheese is definitely the go-to guy.
Oh. First down. Pistol formation here for Caden. Back to the ground. Anderson trying that right side. Nice cut back in by Easton. First down and more for Lone Peak.
Wow. For such a defensive battle in the first half, it's 10 yards, explosive play. What Bingham did at the end of that first half, Lone Peak is like, we can't let them show us up now.
Believe it or not, at the beginning of the year, Easton was on the defensive side of the ball, and he wasn't getting that many snaps on the defensive side of the ball. So it's like, come over and play some running back, and he's came in and done great the past few weeks.
Yeah, Coach Brockbank was watching a lot of Remember the Titans going into this season.
Yeah.
He said, Petey,
yeah. Petey.
Just waiting for the fake 23 blast with the backside George reverse. See if we can pull that one out here. These are two offenses that have scored over 40 in multiple rounds of the playoffs. Hodson looking for the end zone. Incomplete. There was contact on that far side. The sideline would have liked a flag. None coming.
Yeah.
I will be honest, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of bumping. I mean, I've been up at the U. That's what we're taught to do, bump and run. You know, stay with them.
All right, now last year, I don't think Luke Hyde has that perspective.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not. When you switch over to the defense side of the ball, you definitely change your mindset. You're like, nah. But, I mean, from the offense side of the ball, like, where's the PI?
I have no problem letting them play a little bit. They're wearing pads. They can take it.
Exactly, yeah. You're wearing pads. It's football.
Depending on what side you are on, that was a horrible no call or a great no call.
Hodson going to keep it. Boy, nice hole up that right side. Caden Hodson to the 15 will take it out of bounds. First down for Lone Peak.
The football IQ for Hodson of running out of bounds here. He's like, I need to help my kicker out if we don't get this. 39 seconds left on the clock. He's like, let's preserve the time so he can kick with the win.
Yeah, he didn't.
He
didn't want to be too selfish. He wanted to let Ian get the 3 points instead of the 7. Nah, just kidding.
First down, Lone Peak. Boy, the offenses, defensive battle in the first half, not so here in the third. Moving up and down the field into the red zone. Here are the Knights. Brooks Wild. Oh, another good lane up that right side. A gain of 8 here for Brooks.
Wow. Great job there. Get on the ball quick. Let's go.
Yeah, we got no time to waste. We need to score before the fourth quarter begins.
Luke, how much momentum does that really give? You hear that, right? Oh, points going into, a break or that. Does that really help as an offensive player?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
All right.
What is going on?
We got a timeout, I believe. Oh, injured player. We got an injured player on the far side. That's a Bingham minor just being helped to his feet. Good to see that he's okay. That does stop the clock with 19 seconds left, and they don't have to run a play should they choose not to. It'd be second and short.
And that's a guy you don't want to see come off the field. Cooper Valencia, I screwed up earlier saying it was Bronx Walker. Happy day for you. But Cooper Valencia coming in from Roy, absolutely dominant player down there, and he says, I love me some Coach Jones. I'm going to make the trek down to Bingham with him. Love me some Freddie Fernandez. Let's go do something special in the minor blue.
You know what I love about Valencia? He's wearing the old neck ring. Remember the neck ring? He's got one. Yeah.
That's an intimidation factor right there.
Agreed. We need to bring it back. Bring back the neck ring. Second and short.
Make the neck ring great again.
Anderson to the 1. First and goal for Lone Peak.
Now at this point, we don't need to worry about field goals as much.
Yeah, I think right here, go right back to Cheese and do a little ISO like they did last time.
10 seconds left in the quarter.
They just took him out, so might not be that.
Apparently Jones doesn't agree with you. Or Rockbank.
No, they letting it go to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, third quarter expires. Lone Peak will have it knocking on the door when we start the fourth right after this.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com.
First down, start of the fourth, touchdown, Lone Peak retakes the lead.
Hodson time for sure. Got the touchdown, got the lead. Hodson doing his best Taysom Hill impersonation. Looks like he was seeing burnt orange instead of blue out there. Way to go, Hodson.
Hey, Moose, what are we doing right here? Are we kicking or are we going
We
for
better
it?
be kicking.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best way to end a drive, with a foot on that pigskin.
You see, now we do need to kick right here.
Yeah, that makes it a 4-point game. Happy day.
Point after here for Sanchez. Boy, burst through the middle, but it's good. 19-15, just a typical Friday night. Lone Peak retaking the lead. We want to take a moment, thank our sponsors of Lone Peak football. D.R. Horton, 2022. D.R. Horton is the state's premier builder of master planned communities, offering amenities like pools, clubhouses, integrated walking trails, sports courts, dog parks, play areas, and much more. With more than 300 communities built locally since 1992 and over 18 communities now under construction, D.R. Horton is Utah's home builder. Start your new home search today at drhorton.com. Also want to thank Realco, your one-stop janitorial shop, and Ames Construction, working in harmony with nature and instilling the confidence, delivering success.
So, can we talk about some veteran moves right here, Dane?
Please.
Both of these teams have team-issued coats on the sideline. You've got the Bingham, they've got coats. You've got Lone Peak, they've got coats to wear over your pads. That's how you keep guys fresh and raring to go.
Yeah, I never got a chance to wear one of those Lone Peak coats. I bet you they're way more better than my blanket right now.
Oh, sky kick.
Yeah, this one inside the 20 and returned. Right side, a big hole. Boy, how about the leaping ability up to midfield? And the Bingham Miners get a great return. A penalty flag.
There's a flag. Please be unnecessary roughness on the kicker.
You're not. You're going to hate this call, Moose. You are going to hate this call.
Don't tell me.
Yeah. You cannot hurdle unless you're avoiding a dangerous play of a player on the field. Luke, you're all over it.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a dangerous play. That kicker had bad intentions.
Oh yeah,
come on, ref.
I mean, you know, Ian was out for blood. I mean, I would be jumping over him too. Ian was going to come up and lay out a charge.
Ian was about to 10-toe him. Ref, give him the unnecessary roughness.
Luke, have you ever been called for a hurdle?
No, I'm not that ballsy when it comes to hurdling. That's for sure. I like walking up after I get tackled. So I mean, I don't like laying on my neck, that's for sure.
So one of my funniest stories here, I was kicking off. It was Alta versus Bingham. I was kicking off to the 40 just like Ian was, and the kick was supposed to be deep right. My trainer was a member of the Bingham staff, and he yelled something that made me laugh right when I was about to kick it, and I swung the ball around, kicked it to the left corner, and I ended up getting hurdled by Braden Hansen. It was an awful day for me, and I jumped. I went low, and then I saw his legs fly over me right out of bounds, and I said, Moose, you got to learn how to tackle because that can't happen again.
Yeah, Moose, you wish you would have had that hit stick back in the day, huh?
Oh, man. I'd like to say I'm tougher now, but I'm weaker. I'm smaller, and I still would get hurdled by Braden Hansen.
Sudbury had the first down carry up near midfield. First down, Bingham. As they'll give it back to Carson, trying that right side, and boy, that Lone Peak run defense was ready for that one.
This is what I love. Both crowds are getting into the game. All the crowd that is here, all the people are at home, we appreciate you for sure, but the crowds are great.
The more and more Carson runs the ball, he keeps on reminding me of Cade Harris. Same number, same everything. They got similar speed for sure.
Not same hair, though.
Not same hair. I mean, now Cade did get a buzz cut with that Air Force guidelines.
Oh,
they're going to come. Yeah. Good blocking across midfield. Maddox Peck getting the first down. That ball came out late. Whistles were there. Bingham will keep it.
Oh. Maddox Peck, just for dramatic effect. He's like, I got the first down.
He got a warning, I think, on that too, Moose. Just FYI.
It was worth it, Dane. You can't wear face paint anymore, but you can show a little personality through the first down calls.
Tonight it's just the simple reverse and the simple little slip wheel plays that are beating Lone Peak tonight.
First down. Boy, this wing T. I mean, it's been almost exclusively the same formation in the second half for Bingham. It's worked really, really well. Not much there. I think that was Fotu on the carry. And a couple Lone Peak Knights in, including Dahl on the stop, as well as Denny.
I was cracking up. Dallin Martinez right before the play. He looked back at Fotu, said something, and Fotu kind of put his hand up. He's like, what'd you say? And he's like, I hope I'm getting the ball because I'm running with it.
I mean, I'm surprised he was able to catch that because, I mean, my ears, I'm not really able to hear that much, honestly. They're a little bit frozen tonight.
Now, this is a big development here. Tyler Denny just went out.
Yeah.
The heart and soul
he was
of this
hobbling
defense.
A little bit. 2nd and 9. Peck in motion. They give it to Maddox, trying to follow his blocks up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and short here for Bingham.
Maddox wanted to keep his hand in the air and get the first down again, but couldn't quite get there that time.
Let's see if Lone Peak can get that 3rd down stop. They need it right now. With that clock running out a little bit. Both teams running the clock down pretty fast.
Well, and we know this is probably a little beyond the range of Bingham, so this is probably 4-down territory for the Miners. We'll see if that goes into this 3rd down play call at all. It's 3rd and 4. Again, Peck, and nowhere to go. Boy, bursting through was Jaden Mayberry. The sophomore has been great tonight for Lone Peak.
Jaden Mayberry is one of my favorite sophomores in the state. And wow, he got an interception last time we watched him against Skyridge. He's done so many good things, and it's tough to play that cornerback position as a sophomore, but he does so many good things, and he's all around the field. Way to go, Mayberry.
It's fun to see him making plays this year. I know last year he was a freshman, and he was still pulled up on varsity, but, you know, when we had great safeties last year, like Dallin Moore and K.O. Hansen, it's a little bit hard to play ahead of those guys, but, I mean, he's been making plays this year. I'm proud of him.
Boy, and Lone Peak taking a timeout here defensively on 4th and 8. That
it
was
might
taken
be
by
to
Coach
get Denny
Brockman.
back in, see what you can do, see what you're seeing, because Denny's the one that really aligns the whole entire defense. He lets everyone knows where they're supposed to go, what they're supposed to do. But I'm okay with the timeout right there because of how important this 4th down play is. I hope they're sitting there and they're like, we got to find Sudbury. Where's number 1? Do not let him escape.
That throwback, right? We saw a lot of that in the first half. We do want to take a moment while we've got a timeout and just thank Renuvi. Do you have unresolved back pain from a herniated disc, or does pain in your knees prevent you from being as active as you want to be? Non-surgical regenerative spine and joint therapies from Renuvi can repair damaged tissues, relieve your pain, and restore your active lifestyles. Go to Renuvi.com to set up a free virtual consultation with one of their qualified physicians. Your pain doesn't have to be managed. It can be solved. 4th and 8.
Dane, this could be the game right here. This is such an important play. I'm okay with the call. But now you've got trips to the top of the screen. There's confusion. What are they doing?
Yeah, watch for Sudbury. Little fake. Oh, Martinez going to try to get it with the legs, and he gets it. Dallin Martinez showing his rushing ability. First down, Bingham.
Oh, tricky Freddie Fernandez. He is the art of Sun Tzu impersonified tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the play call, but that was a really smart decision to just tuck it and run by Dallin. There was nothing open. I mean, there was many times last year when there was 3rd and shorts, 4th and shorts, and he would just make plays. He's a ball player for sure.
First down, to the ground. Sudbury, a lot of room. Carson cuts back to the 10 and brought down at the 8. A touchdown saving tackle there by C.J. Rubel.
Sudbury's going to have a conversation with Ethan Cook after this game.
Get out of the way.
He's like, you can block for me, but keep going. Don't ruin the touchdown, Ethan.
And here come the Miners.
Oh, they're going to keep digging. They're going to keep grinding. As long as there's some field to mine, they're going to get after it.
They're striking copper tonight. It just doesn't have the same ring to it. But first and goal.
Whoa.
Hey, nay. The old Knights who say nay reappears. How about Nathan Darrington? He's also had a big game tonight.
Yeah, Darrington is daring them to run right now, and that's a huge play. That takes it first and goal from the 10 to the 14 second. Whoo! That's a game changer right there. Darrington is daring them to run at this point.
Whenever you need a stop, it's usually Tyler Denny or Nathan Darrington to make those big-time plays right there.
Ooh. Back to the 14-yard line. 6.5 to go here in regulation.
Oh, got trips again. They're spreading everyone out. Watch out for the middle of the field.
Sudbury, top of the screen. They'll throw back. That caught. Blocker set up into the end zone. Touchdown, Bingham.
What a phenomenal play by Bingham. They didn't have one. They had 3 guys leading the way for the receiver right there. This is a tricky Bingham offense.
Multiple Knights wanted an illegal downfield block. They don't get the call. Fotu takes it in, and the Miners retake the lead.
Yeah, there's nothing you could do about that. It was just one guy out there and at least five guys in blue.
You know, and we saw in the first half a lot of those screens to Carson Sudbury. The big run by Martinez and that touchdown, both of them, Sudbury is having that little peel back for the screen, and they're working away from it, running off of that play they set up so well and executed in the first half, now delivering options in other areas here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. They definitely are kind of using Sudbury as a decoy, especially as well, which isn't a bad idea because, I mean, you went to him so many times in the first half that Lone Peak obviously just wants to key on Sudbury, but now that when you got Martinez and your Fotu on Bingham, I mean, there's just a lot of weapons that you can use on that offense.
Yeah. Really interesting here because Lone Peak didn't get that 2-point conversion. It's a 3-point game. So you can still go down, hit a field goal, and it should be interesting. The refs were talking about a lot of things after that PAT. had a nice little huddle. It looks warm. We should do a huddle right now because I'm freezing my butt off.
Oh, come on, Moose. It builds character.
I have no character left in me, Dane.
Bingham to kick off. No return available. Lone Peak will start at the 20.
To kick that through the uprights on the kickoff. What do you got to say about that, Moose?
So what I really like after that kickoff is number 90, Riley Whitaker, came in and gave a good Pat McAfee celebration, kicking that ball through the posts. Love to see it.
I have a feeling no one's jumping into a river in this weather. Look, I'd actually be a fan of the Uno, a kickoff through the upright. I'm all for that. Let's reward kickers a little bit, but, that's not a popular opinion.
I think we should give them an NIL deal, and if it goes through the post, they get $1,000 every time.
Credit BMoose90 on Twitter. All right, so, Luke, how hard is it? This kind of a moment, you're down, on the road, playoffs, late. How much pressure do you feel? How do you try to set a lot of that angst and anxiety aside and execute here late in the game being down?
We were kind of in the same position last year. Us as an offense last year, we just had to keep on pushing through. And, we just kind of really took to heart how crucial these last few downs were coming into the late stretch of the game.
Trying to sweep here with Christensen. We really haven't called Christensen's name much the last couple of quarters. Moose, he had big play early in the first, and it's really been kind of crew since that point. We really haven't seen a lot of Cole.
Yeah, Cole, one of the most dynamic receivers in the state. He is quicker than quick. He's faster than fast, and he can make some special things happen. But you got to give what the Bingham defense will take. You got to take what the Bingham defense will give to you. And right now, they know Cole Christensen, and they're double-teaming him, they're boxing him in, and that allows other kids to get the ball.
2nd and 8 here for the Knights. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Hodson stepping up, and Hodson will get past the line of scrimmage for a gain of 1, but that's a young man making a tackle in Ben Latai, the senior. This guy has been a beast all year for Bingham. He's made nice plays tonight in on that stop for the Miners.
Yeah, Ben Latai coming into the game, Coach Jones was like, he's had a tough week, he's been under the weather, and I haven't seen him since Tuesday, but he's happy he's there right now.
Crucial 3rd down right here.
3rd and 6 for the Knights. Bingham students making noise. Hodson, little pump fake, eyes down the field, not a lot of room to work, and he goes down. A gain of 1, but the Bingham defense, there was nowhere to go.
Now's an interesting call. They're going to have to punt it, but they haven't had a lot of success punting into the wind today, Dane. So we're going to see what happens, and then Bingham can score again quickly. That clock is still running.
So Lumpy can make that stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Boy, what a job by Bingham defensively on that drive.
Hudson's still in there, though. I don't know if they are punting.
Oh, no, they are not. In fact, you saw Bingham trying to run a bunch of guys off because they were thinking punt, and now the Miners going to have to take a timeout. That will be their second. So each side with just 1 left, over 4 minutes to go here in regulation. Tricky Lone Peak.
Yeah, in college football, you have what are called spotters in the box. They're looking for specific players for specific formations, whether it's a 30 personnel, a 10 personnel, a 12 personnel. And if you see a quarterback in a punt formation, it's an oh crap personnel where let's take the timeout and get the right things going.
I mean, I'm glad you caught that because, I'm trying to spot that as well. The cold air going in my tear ducts, making my eyes all teary up here. It's kind of hard to see, Moose.
Yeah.
I appreciate that because sometimes I feel bad that, I don't say a name very well or I misread something, and it's cold. The body doesn't like it all the time. So anyway, we appreciate your patience. It's 4th and 5. The offense staying on the field. This may very well be the ball game for Lone Peak. Gutsy play call here from their own 20-yard line. Hodson giving a late indication here. They've got to get to the 25. Oh, trying to draw him off. Boy, that's even risky. Play clock down to 10. They'll run the play. Hodson Crossing routes, looking, and broken up, knocked away by the defense of Tyson McBride, and Bingham will take over the 20.
Tyson McBride had an opportunity for even a pick six right there. Oh, there's something going on.
Yeah, it's going to be a celebration penalty after the play.
I definitely would have gone with something different there. Maybe a little dig route behind that linebacker that got in the passing lane right there with McChesney.
You know, they're trying to fit that ball just over the linebacker. And, I mean, that's a great drop to be able to get a hand on it. It's a tough pass to make. It's one he can make, and it's just a nice play by McBride.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you just said, I guess that is true. Good offense, but better defense, I guess, right there.
I just think the wind might have taken that ball a little bit.
And you're throwing into the wind in that scenario as well, Moose. That's a great point.
That's the thing that I looked at. He actually had the right arm strength if you were going with the wind, but against it, you got to put a little bit more sauce on that ball and throw it like a pitcher.
So the penalty will back Bingham up to the 35-yard line. Still great field position. No Miner's going to complain. But with 4:11 to go, boy, this is a chance for Bingham to salt one away. Run. Right side. Fotu. Pulling Lone Peak defenders to the 20. We have not seen Fotu really run the ball a lot. Fresh legs out of the backfield for Bingham, making a difference on that first down run.
And Fotu almost went for 4-2. Getting 6. My goodness. That kid's legs were pumping and pumping and pumping. I thought he was down at the 5-yard gain.
He was just not going down.
Going. Woo! Wow, Fotu getting the penalty yards back. He says, I want to celebrate again.
First down. And this is Sudbury. Gain of 5.
Man, one of the blockers over here made a great tackle on one of the Lone Peak Knights. Sometimes you see that. Just don't hold them, but you can hit them as hard as you can, and hopefully they go down. Great blocking up front by Bingham. They're growing in front of our eyes.
So many times last year, our offensive line would do that too. They get pancakes and they would just lay right on the guy that they just pancaked.
I'll tell you, we were talking with Coach Jones before the game. He said our players create their own helmet stickers. One that I saw tonight, Moose, a stack of pancakes. You knew that was for a lineman. He had earned that one on game day. And a couple of them we've seen here tonight. 3 minutes to go. Fotu looking for a lane. Stopped for a little gain, maybe one on the carry.
Yeah, the helmet stickers were cracking me up. We saw Top Gun. We saw darts. We saw everything.
Six shooter,
like,
yeah, the gunslinger, right?
They were like so funny. And I'm like, what a cool way to put some personality on the helmets.
Helmet stickers? I mean, that sounds fun. I wish we had that.
Oh, just so you all know, I work in reporting, business intelligence. I actually bring football helmet stickers to my team at work. It's a recognition thing we do in my office. Man. Helmet stickers. It works.
You hiring?
Yes, I am, actually. We can talk after the game. Here's Sudbury. Going to be stopped about a yard short. So decision time here for Bingham. A field goal puts you up 6. Do you go for the throat here?
I might just get the field goal right here, honestly. Lone Peak calling the timeout, though.
Yeah, they're trying to stop the clock. I mean, they realize if you kick a field goal here, you stop the clock. Offense, you can control clock management. It would be a one-possession game, and you have 2 minutes to work. But that's where I'm kind of like, I'm going to run a play. Because if I get the first down, Lone Peak doesn't have any timeouts left. The game's over.
Yeah, usually a fourth down is a control down for the defense 100%. But, I mean, when you're up 6 and got the clock in your favor, I mean, I guess you're in control now.
Wow.
I say go for it. And I know, Moose, you're going to hit me. You're going to hate me. It's the last game of the year. I don't have to see you for 9 months. So I say go for it.
Leave the kicker on the sideline. I'll see you in 9 months, Dane.
Oh, he won't forget that. He will not forget that.
Week 1 next year, 2023. Oh, I'm going to be coming in with some fire.
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. Luke, what do you do, Mr. OC?
I mean, I would just go for it, honestly. That's 100% what I would do, but they are. They're going for it.
Freddie Fernandez is here.
Here comes the Miner offense. 4th and 1, the chance to put this away and advance back to Rice Eccles for the first time since 2018 movement.
multiple jump.
Movement.
Rookie mistake.
Will back Bingham up, and I think now you got to kick it.
Well, let's talk to Dusty right now. Dusty, would he like to have that one back?
One you'd like to have back.
Oh, that's one he'd like to have back. Thank you. Sponsored by Dusty Lister.
It's going to be fourth and...
Fourth and 6. I think you kick it here.
I think you go for it.
They did miss a field goal in the first quarter.
But that was into the wind.
That is correct.
Did you say go for it, Moose? I
was kidding.
Oh, yeah, that's
all of our millions and millions of listeners were like, what?
Oh.
My Twitter's blown up right now.
This is a 33-yard kick. Trying to go up by 6. Kick is up, and it is... Boy, we had whistles before the play.
Someone jump?
It might have been a delay of game. Yes, that's the indication. So back it up 5 more here for Bingham. That would have been good. It would have been a 6-point lead.
Barely
Instead,
good, too.
Back-to-back penalties.
As a kicker, I actually appreciate this. I like padding my stats. Coach, that was a 40-yard field goal, not a 30. Good on you. The kicker's celebrating inside his heart right now.
Oh, yeah, I bet he's ecstatic to, be back that 5 more yards.
He's like, I wanted to get a 39 for my huddle highlights. Let's get this going.
And now we've got some whistles here, some confusion. They want to get the clock reset because that play did not happen, so the time should not have come off. That's the delay here. So it will now be a 38-yard field goal try for the Miners, and this is really kind of probably pushing the length that Coach Jones talked about before the game.
Yeah. It's really interesting. Coach Denny is also the special teams coordinator. And
we've seen blocked field goals from Lone Peak over the years.
Oh, yeah, we're real good at them. Let's see how good we are at them this year.
38-yarder. The kick is up. It's got the distance, and it's through. A 38-yard try. Good for Bingham as they extend the lead 25-19.
Wow, great kick. A lot better than the last one. So he can put that on his huddle highlights and say, coaches, I'm good to go to the next level.
Is this kicker for Bingham junior?
He's a senior.
Oh, dang. You would have more chances to train him over the summer, huh?
Oh, yeah. You guys, if you want some great kicking training, I'll come yell at your kids, tell them they're not good. I have no problem with that.
That is the best kick of the night that we've seen from the place kicker. For Bingham.
Yes.
For Bingham.
I was like, we watched a 55-yard field goal.
For Bingham,
come on,
that's
man.
the best kick of the night for the Bingham kicker.
Yes, for sure.
And it came in the biggest moment for him. That's awesome. Fantastic.
There's not just ice on the field. There's not just ice in my mustache.
There's ice in Dane's brain.
In his veins.
Yeah. Hey, I see what you did there. Yeah.
And on my feet.
1:58 to go. Bingham to kick off, and this
is returnable.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, ref. This is unexcusable.
Let him play.
That's a debatable call.
Let him play.
I'm really proud of myself. I haven't said any 4-letter words on this broadcast all year. That's 2 years running. Dusty hasn't kicked me off yet, but I was this close to that ref. Oh, debatable. Sorry,
I actually don't mind it, but that's okay. All right, so Lone Peak will start at their own 20. 1:58 to go. Touchdown or bust. Luke, what do you look for here out of this offense? What have been some good plays for them?
Usually when they got empty set, they love to try and get it to Cheese right here.
Oh,
Hodson looking for Bateman. Oh, they were trying a little hook and ladder, but contact there immediately. Don't know if that helped to disrupt it. It was Hamilton in coverage. It's incomplete.
I wouldn't have gone for a hook and ladder on the first play. I would have just gotten some yards. Now you got a 2nd and 10.
It was really interesting to see Cole Christensen streaking down the field right there. Had a great release. But you got to do what is unexpected, and I wasn't expecting a hook and ladder. Crew McChesney had some good space. Got to catch that ball, though.
2nd down. Hodson, pressure coming, doesn't see it, and he goes down. A big sack coming for the Miners, and guess who? It's old number 15. That's Latai.
Benjamin Latai, he was feeling sick this week. Now he feels so much better. He's like, after that sack, I feel like $1 million.
This Bingham defense is stout.
3rd and long. Hodson throwing, caught by Christensen makes one man miss, gets out of bounds across the 20 to the 21-yard line. It'll be 4th and 9 here for Lone Peak.
Great job getting those extra yards. You don't want a 4th and 15. 4th and 9 is manageable, especially with the receiving core you have, with what you can do.
They've got to get to the 30-yard line. 1:24 to go.
They've got 20 seconds. They can get the right play in, get the right personnel in, and do what they need to do. But now the clock is going against them. Just went from 14 to 12. That clock's going real fast.
Yeah, it's down to 7 on the play clock. Empty backfield again here for Hodson. Hodson looking, dialing one up deep, trying for McChesney, and it's caught! McChesney to the 42-yard line. First down, Lone Peak, the only vertical route, and they come up with it.
Hodson got hammered on that play, threw up a beauty. Crew is still running. He's like, it's not time yet. Apparently it is. Great catch, Crew McChesney.
That's my boy Crew right there.
Boy, what a catch.
Oh.
Nearing 1 minute to go. Lone Peak's not done yet. Hodson looking, trying to buy time. Still looking and just gets it away. Boy, hard contact there. And you got to be careful because you've got the contact there by Peck, and he kind of stood over Hodson, and you got to be really careful in these kind of moments. Those are the kind of plays that before you know it can draw penalties.
Yeah, no, we got to be smart here. We can't have penalties right here. It's too costly.
Yeah, I love seeing the linemen come over and defend Hodson. But one of the linemen, I think it was Dubs, came over and was like, hey, we can't get in a fight. We can't lose yards. Stay in this game. Stay in this moment.
Second down, 54 seconds to go. Hodson looking, has a man over the middle, and he's got it. It's Christensen inside the 20. 1st and 10, Lone Peak.
Back to that pushing and shoving. I mean, if I'm being honest, that's the only time that I'll accept a personal foul like that. If I see one of my players get shoved down and no one goes over there and helps him, I'd be way more mad as a coach if I didn't have my players backing up a player that just got shoved down.
Man.
So that's good on that lineman right there.
Cole Christensen did a great job with that catch. It was a little bit high.
Yeah.
And he says, I can climb the ladder. Pop, pop, pop. Thank you. Takes the hit, delivers another one. Love to see it. Bingham's on their heels right now.
It was 4th and 9 just 3 plays ago. And now Lone Peak down to the 17-yard line looking for the tying play with potentially a chance to go up here late. Hodson. Looking, has a man. That caught out of bounds immediately on the reception there by Trey Robinson.
I love that catch. Trey got in, got the 2 feet in, and he said, I got out of bounds just like you told me to, Coach. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, we harp on that heavily, just getting out of bounds. I mean, all these 36 seconds right here, we need all 36 seconds. No time to waste.
Well, and especially that clock runs, you're going to waste 15 seconds between plays. You don't have a lot of that in the pocket left anymore. 3rd down here for Lone Peak. Hodson, again, looking for something short. No, he's looking for the end zone. And that incomplete. Contact there in the end zone. Lone Peak wanted it. They've been consistent tonight. We've not seen any pass interference flags.
So the DB's lucky there. He didn't get his head around. He wasn't playing the ball at all. Lucky.
Yeah, he definitely got lucky. Let's see what we go with here.
4th down. They've got to get to the 7-yard line for a first. Bingham trying to make a lot of noise. Hodson, again, empty backfield. Bingham hasn't brought a lot of pressure on this drive. Again, just rushing 3. Hodson over the middle. Bateman through the fingertips. Incomplete. And Bingham, defense holds.
Wow. Great job by Bingham. I like the play design there. It was good enough for a touchdown or at least a first down, but sometimes it just slips through your fingers.
Yeah, hate to see it, but really good ball game played by both teams, honestly. Lone Peak has nothing to be hard on themselves about. I mean, they fought all year.
Boy, you know, Max Bateman, he's been a kid. Moose, we saw him jump on the scene last year. Feel like, man, he's got a big opportunity. And then this year, it's just been tough for them to find that connection. They've looked for him multiple times tonight, and it just hasn't been his night to be able to come up with those kinds of plays.
Yeah, tough game for a great young man.
Yeah.
And he's had a great career. It's very surprising this Bingham team to do that, but I'm happy for him. Coach Jones, he said the expectation is to be on the turf. I said to get to the turf, you have to go through at least one, if not two Region 4 teams, and he did that tonight. Great job by the Bingham Miners and this ferocious Bingham football team.
Luke, your final thoughts, and then we'll have Moose select a player of the game.
Final thoughts, like I said, both great teams, both great programs. They fought hard. That's all I got to say. I would have loved to see Lone Peak, obviously, not being biased at all. But would have loved to see them get the win. But, happy with having Uncle Freddie, obviously, getting a win as well, too.
Yeah.
Moose, player of the game for us.
I want to give it to a kicker. I want to give it to a specialist. But Carson Sudbury, the magic man, showing up, showing out, disappearing, reappearing, getting touchdowns, getting big plays. Carson Sudbury, you're my play of the game.
It's been a fantastic year. We've been able to bring you Lone Peak football all year long here on KSLSports.com. But the state champions go down here in the quarterfinals on the road. And look, this is a gritty effort. You talk about a team that was replacing a quarterback. There's so much shifting at that position before the year started. Caden Hodson, his development over the course of the year has been extremely impressive. There's a lot of seniors whose careers ended tonight here on the road. But, folks, Bingham is back. This is a really good Bingham squad. They get the win tonight, 25-19 over Lone Peak, and advance to the state semifinal where they will take on the Skyridge Falcons. We want to thank you for joining us here all year on KSLSports.com for Lone Peak football. For all of us here from KSL Sports Rewind, thank you for joining us, and catch us next week. We'll be up on site at the U, 5A, 6A semifinals. We'll have state championships for you right here on KSLSports.com. Bingham upends the defending state champion 25-19. We'll see you next week in the state semifinal.